Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Thank you everyone for joining the call. It's our first webinar of the year, and we have a lot of interesting and exciting topics we're going to cover in our webinar series this year. So keep your Wednesdays at 1 o'clock Pacific time open, and of course all of our webinars will be recorded, so you'll be able to access them anytime on our Say BSG site. So today we're going to discuss what's new in Sugar 7. My name is Jesse Heller, and I'm the new marketing manager at Say BSG. I am excited to be on board, and in a moment I will introduce you to today's presenter, Joshua Estes. He's our new regional sales manager based in the Big Apple.
Hello, hello.
So most of the people on the call today are currently clients of ours, but some of you on the call are not. So for those of you who are new to Say BSG, I'm just going to do a quick introduction about who we are and what we do, and then I will toss it over to Joshua. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, you can utilize the chat window, and we'll address them as towards the conclusion of the demonstration, unless you have a burning desire to have a question asked right away, just let us know. Okay, so as I said before, many of you probably know this, but Say BSG has been around for over 25 years. We are a Sugar Gold partner, and we're known for being a leading provider of sugar integrations, including accounting and ERP software like Sage, Intact, QuickBooks, Constant Contact, and Authorize.net. Our programming team is all located here in sunny Southern California. We're in Woodland Hills, just outside of Los Angeles. We don't outsource any of our programming. It's all done here in-house. As well, our support team is in-house here. Over the years, we have done hundreds of successful accounting, ERP, and CRM software implementations and integrations. So real quick about Sugar, which most of you know, but again, for those that don't, Sugar is the fastest growing CRM company in the world. They were founded in 2004, and to date, Sugar CRM applications have been downloaded more than 12 million times, and currently help over 1.2 million end users across varied disciplines. So they're truly an international company with the program being implemented all over the world in tons of different languages. And over 80,000 organizations have chosen Sugar CRM. Sugar CRM has been recognized for its customer success and product innovation by CRM Magazine, InfoWorld, and Customer Interaction Solutions. Late last summer, they received a $40 million equity investment by Goldman Sachs, which is pretty good. This is a list of some of Sugar's customers, just some big names on there like BMW, Apple, and Toyota, but there's also tens of thousands of small to mid-sized businesses like ours. Some of the cool things that we love about Sugar, being an open source program, you have a lot of flexibility and customization. There's virtually nothing you can't make it do. It can be hosted on the cloud or on premise of your own server or over Amazon or any third party. It's really your choice where to host it. And of course, you get into the pricing models of Sugar, you'll find it's very cost effective. It's significantly less than the cost of something like Salesforce, for instance. So with that, thanks for listening to my little pitch. I will pass it over to our regional sales manager, Joshua Estes. He's going to delve into our topic of the day, again, which is what's new in Sugar CRM. So thank you very much, and take it away, Joshua.
Thanks, Jesse. I greatly appreciate it. So to go ahead and get started, let's pull. Do you have the, did you give me controls?
I thought I did. Sorry about that, Joshua. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulty.
It's okay. I've got it. Wonderful. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. So I am logged into Sugar CRM 7. Our purpose of today's call is to go over what is new in Sugar 7. So I'm going to take us through our dashboards and reviewing through our pipelines and forecasts and going through the social collaboration aspect from the perspective of a sales individual inside of the organization. And then from there, I will go over some of our mobile capabilities and then leading into how management and leadership can utilize some of the changes within the system. And if anyone has any questions, we will leave some time at the end to go over Q&A. So let's get started. I am logged into the system, and we are now at our home page. It looks familiar to what it was. However, some of the differences is now what we can bring up and what we can change with inside of our dashboard. Our dashboard is still as customizable as it has always been, so the same openness that you know and love to be able to bring to top of mind and front screen everything that is important to each individual user within inside of Sugar CRM. So if I want to go in and I want to manipulate my dashboard, I'm going to go up here to Create, and I'm going to create a new dashboard. So here I could title a new dashboard, and we could call this Sales. In order to add a new row to a dashboard, I can add a row, and I can click inside of the row to add columns. So I can add in planned activities, the filters for future, display rows 10, only my items, save, so on and so forth. And then I can save this dashboard, or I can configure it to a 2-column layout or a 3-column layout. Then we're going to save. I'm going to click Confirm to continue. And we're going to go back here to our top little sugar cube. And here now I can see Sales and Home, our new dashboard. So I'm going to go back to my Home dashboard. And if I want to edit this dashboard, I just click down on the arrow. I click Edit. And here again, we can manipulate and move our dashboard just as we have in the past. Right, click Save. A little bit that's new inside of this dashboard is the ability to how we change our dashboards and the addition of the activity stream. Now, what is the activity stream? So our activity stream within Sugar 7 enables us to see every update, every change, every meeting that goes on within the accounts, opportunities, contacts, people that we follow within inside of the system, whether that be other salespeople that I want to follow their activities, or the internal and external accounts and contacts. Now, as you see here, some of this is color coordinated. We have yellows, we have our meetings, ME, we have our green accounts, AC. We have our people here. We have Sarah Smith, who made a post for me in relationship to my contact, Judy Mera. We have opportunities. We have revenue line items. We have contacts. We have calls, etc. Now, what's great about this is I can comment on this just as I would a social network. I can relate to it. I can follow certain items. I can even get an open viewpoint. So here, let's look at qualification to Coca-Cola that Chris Oliver created. I can go over here and I can click on this little comment box, and I can comment on it, or I can click on this preview eye. And when I click on the preview eye, it gives me a full preview of the account. So without actually having to click on the account and go away from my activity stream where I'm currently working, I can get a full perspective and understanding as to this account. I can see who they are. I can see how many employees they have. I can even see things that are linked and related to it. So if I want to go in here as well and make a comment from my activity stream, So let's say I want to comment on where Sarah has spoken to Judy. So here I could go in and I would click on comment. See here before I posted, thank you, Sarah, I'm reaching out to her now. Click on comment. Say, we have a call set up for tomorrow. And then reply. And now Sarah, who is following this activity from her system, would get the update on her activity stream and notification as well. Now going forward with this, I can choose certain things inside of the system as we go on, and I can choose to follow accounts and contacts that might not be assigned to me. Of course, given with Sugar, this is still determinate upon the security settings that my administrator has set before me as to what I'm allowed to follow, what I'm allowed to see within the system. So here let's go in and let us follow this from an accounts perspective. So I'm going to go to accounts. And we'll see that there's a couple new things here with accounts that you did not see before in earlier versions of Sugar. What we have done is we have given you the ability to have a full view of everything that's going on within inside of the various modules of the system. So you can make
Joshua, just want to interrupt you one sec. I'm getting a couple messages from some people that their audio is down. I wanted to check in and see if anyone else is experiencing this issue with their audio. If they can send us a message. No, it seems that the majority of people are okay. It's just a couple of instances. So sorry about that. Joshua, you can take it from here.
Okay, no problem. So back to the viewpoint. So here we can see everything that's going on within my accounts as a whole. I can see a full pipeline, and this happens to be my pipeline, as we have here. So we have a dashboard within inside of our modules. If I click on this, I could even see everyone's pipeline. There isn't much of a change at the moment. Within the system, it's just me that has something projected out for Q1. I can see the accounts by types by industry. I can even update this dashboard here. So I can click Actions. I can edit. And I can scroll down, and I can add a new row. So let's say I want to see my top 10 sales revenue line items. I'm going to select and edit for this quarter. I'm going to click Save. So here now I also have this information within inside of my dashboard. Other things that we've added in here is still the ability to preview. So I can go back in here and let's preview Cloud View Systems Inc., which I have favorited. I can preview Cloud View Systems Inc., and I can get their full information. I can see the latest things that have occurred in the activity stream as it regards to Cloud View. So I can see where I'm working the op, and Max Jensen has offered to assist. We have all of the other activities associated with it. If I want to go in here, I can also now unfollow Cloud View Systems Inc. So I will not get any more notifications and updates as to the activity stream for Cloud View Systems Inc. This allows us as an organization to be able to graph all of our intelligence. So let's say I'm in the system. I'm actually, if we go in here to Coca-Cola, we can see that Coca-Cola is actually assigned to Jim Brennan. But I followed it because in the past, I had done some work with a different life with Coca-Cola and wanted to follow it to be able to offer Jim some help. So here I can see any of the future activities, today's activities, as they relate to Coca-Cola. And I can also see all of the historical activities that have taken place. I can still see any related opportunities, leads, cases, revenue line items, documents, quotes, and campaign logs as they relate against Coca-Cola. And I am following this. So that means that if Jim needs some assistance, he can write in his activity stream and associate it directly to me. How does that work? So I go in here, and let's say I want to post something. So I'm going to type a note, and/or I can drag an attachment. I can write a mention and reference something. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go at Jim Brenham. You need assistance with hashtag Coca-Cola, and submit. So he would get this notification where I have asked to see if he needs any assistance with Coca-Cola. So going back in here, we're going to click on this link, and it'll take me right back to the account for Coca-Cola. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to create an opportunity. We're going to create our Coca-Cola activity. Next steps is going to be qualify call, descriptions, new lead, lead source, self-generated. We can fill in this other information. We can still add all of our fields if we need to within the system. I'm going to click Save. Oh no, there's an error. I didn't create the opportunity name. So we still have our same required fields within the system that we had before. New CRM. Save. So now I've saved this. I have a meeting, and I'm off to my next meeting. Now, I just left our office, and now that I have left the office, I've received a phone call, and I want to make a call. How do we handle the meetings that we have in between the meetings? What are we able to get done? Sugar CRM has improved and beefed up our capabilities from the mobile standpoint. So when I log into the mobile device, I still have a home screen where I can see all of my upcoming events and recently updated activities within the system. But now I want to make a call. So I'm going to go in here to Tyree Scotty. I have this lead, and I can make a call. Now what Sugar has done is we utilize the ability for your internal phone's GPS, your messaging system, and your phone system for you to be able to pull up the address of a customer, click on it, use your phone's map, and direct you there, or click to dial. So I'm going to go ahead and call Tyree. It's going to pop up here using the Sugar number, the number that we have in the CRM system, and I'm going to click to dial. And then it logs it into my phone. And then I've made our call with Tyree and logged the information about the meeting. So I want to do that. So it's automatically prompted me to log my information about the call. And this is great because I'm on the road. I wasn't expecting this call, but I have all of this information here. And now I can log in calls that I might not have been expecting. So here we can put in our information. And then I can even go from this call, and I can create a meeting. So we scheduled a meeting for next week. I have used this inside of the system. I've gone in here, I've created a meeting, I click Save. The idea of some of the new components within Sugar CRM system, pardon me, is to give everyone the ability to make the most out of every single customer interaction, whether that is in the office, whether that is a call with a customer that maybe you aren't that familiar with. The ability to optimize every single action, optimize the time, knowledge, to be the best that I possibly can be as a salesperson, collaborating with my teammates. I'm utilizing other team members that have worked on opportunities. I'm following opportunities that I believe I can assist with to help my team members close the system. This helps us hone in on our intelligence, our expertise, and our best practices internally. One of the things that I wanted to go over real quick is the perspective of reports within the system from a manager's perspective. I'm going to go back in here to my system. I'm going to log out and log back in as our familiar Vice President of Sales, Jim Brennan. And here we have Jim's dashboards. Right now we're looking at his operations dashboards, where I can see the forecasts for everyone in the organization. We can see that our quota adjusted. We have the closed one, and we have a deficit behind, but we see where we've closed everything. If we go in here for Q4, it changes as well. So this allows us to track quotas and on-target percentages. Now, if I want to see a better view of this, we'll go into our forecast, and we'll go there in just a moment. First, I want to get into my performance metrics. So here again, I can see the accounts we have by type, by industry. So this is reporting off of the account type within our accounts drop-down list inside of the CRM system. We have all opportunities by amount by sales stage, and we have the one that Chris is working on. We have our calls by team, by user. So here I can see how many calls everyone is making based on their team. This allows me to see that maybe someone in the organization might not be on quota. They're making less calls. I can reach out to them and address them. Hey, I know you're kind of tracking low on quota. What can I do to help you? I see that your calls are down. Maybe they've been having really long calls, or maybe they just haven't been in the office enough, or we want to help them reflect the same success that maybe Chris has had. And Chris has 4 calls, 5 calls for global, and he's the one tracking right now for this quota. We can see where our leads are coming by. We can see the meetings that everyone's holding. I can see full planned activities for myself, and I can see all the future planned activities for everyone else within the organization to see if there's anything interesting that maybe I want to provide some cover fire and assistance with for my team to help lead us into a more successful quarter and ultimately year. Now going in here, I wanted to look at our reports. So I'm going to click on the reports. And actually, let's go to forecast first, sorry. I wanted to go into our forecast. And here I can see in my dashboard, we can set up a quota. We can see where we've exceeded in the quota. And we can set up our forecast, track these forecasts. If I want to edit this, my dashboard again, I can edit it just like we have all the other dashboards. But what is a little different is within this forecast that I have the ability to go in revenues by line items. I have everyone's forecast that they have put in and committed, and I can actually choose to go in and commit these forecasts so that way it sends out this to whoever I deem necessary via the workflows within the system. Now, I believe we're coming close on time, and I wanted to leave open the ability for some Q&A, just to kind of see what you guys have gathered, any questions you have from today, any comments. So I'm going to...
Joshua, we do have one question that came in. John wanted to know, it's a 2-part question about the mobile app use. He's curious about if you may know how much data the mobile app uses. If employees have their own cell phones that aren't paid for by the company, which happens sometimes in small businesses, what's it going to do to their data plan? Do you have any idea?
That is a very good question. So it's not a very heavy application, be it from my experience at least. It runs fairly quickly on the phone. It's not a lot of data that's pulling all at once. So really it shouldn't change their data stream more than them constantly viewing a website or using a GPS on the phone. I haven't had it spike my data up more than noticeable. If someone's using it heavily just as they would any other internet-based application or GPS, it will incur data. The bits on that really is going to depend on usage or if they're downloading large files or documents off of it, but mostly it's pretty simple text. It's not running videos. You're not downloading giant files from the application. I hope that helps. I don't know the actual specifics of data, being that we haven't run any tests that I know of on that, but I can see if there's any other information on that for you.
Great, thanks, Joshua. And there was another question that just came in from Paul, and he's asking if you know if there have been any improvements to the sync between Outlook and Sugar. For example, setting the meetings with Sugar 7, will they sync with people's Outlook calendar?
Hi, Paul. So as far as that goes, that sounds like that actually might be an issue as far as with your server and your sync with the Sugar calendar. I'm not aware of exactly why that would not be syncing, but that could be something that we can set up another call with after this to kind of go over with you. Would you like someone to reach out to you?
I think that would be very helpful to Paul. Yeah, he indicated that would be useful. So, Paul, when at the end we have Joshua's email, and you can get in contact with him. And by the way, everybody, just so you know, when it says who's talking in the presentation, Say BSG team, that is me, Jesse, but Joshua is the one that is the presenter that comes up as Jesse Heller, so just a little technical issue there. But otherwise, we have no more questions at this time, Joshua.
Okay, wonderful. Again, Sugar 7 is still built on the same flexible platform that you know and love from the past. Still gives you multiple different ways to deploy the system. We still have the beautiful open ecosystem with more integrations into social networking, better integrations into things like GoToMeeting, Gmail. We're still cloud. We have stronger mobile capabilities. And the idea and hope is that you utilize Sugar CRM, that you're able to gain a better success within your organization. And we know that working with Sugar and with Say Business Systems Group, that we can help you get there. Again, my name is Joshua Estes. I am the Regional Sales Manager. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. Jesse Eller, thank you very much for putting this together. And we hope that you sign up for our continuing webinar series. We have one next week on how to get the best out of your Sugar CRM free trial with some administrative training within the system. And if you have any other questions, got a couple minutes right now. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.
Looks like we are empty on the question queue, Joshua, so thank you very much. And again, thank you everybody for joining our presentation. And hopefully we will actually, hang on one second. A couple more questions coming in, Joshua.
Okay.
Question on social media. Some interest in going over the social media section in Sugar. Maybe that could be a topic we could discuss at another time, unless you feel you can kind of take a stab at that one.
I can go over that at we can set that up for another demo, no problem. And I'm more than happy to, who asked that? I'm more than happy to go over that with them at a separate time.
That's Paul as well. I'll get you the contact information for Paul, and also there's some other people interested in getting some questions about the Outlook sync as well. I'll pass those over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that looks like that will conclude our webinar for the day. If you have any other further questions, you can contact Joshua or myself, Jesse, and we were happy to help you out. Again, thanks so much, and